Welcome. I am going to be filming a makeup tutorial, and so I'm going to be using a few skills that I've been learning. I also have some color correcting, my color correctors from MAC. I'm like really excited to use those because a lot of the times my foundation tend to run warm on me. And so we're gonna play around with some makeup. I am a regular schmegular girl. I always say that. But I'm not. I love makeup. I've always loved makeup. And so as I get older, I'm really leaning into the makeup artistry, finding out my style, my sense of self-expression as it pertains to makeup. And one of the things that I know for a fact is that the first step to good looking makeup is a good base, and that starts with a good skin prep, which I've already done. Yeah, because nobody wants dry skin, right? The whole idea of having dry skin, that's not cool. So that's already being done. Next, I'm going to be using my Smashbox. This is the OG. I know that they have a new invisible SPF, but I really love the feel of this. I like that it feels lightweight on my skin. And this is the area where I notice a lot of the textures on my skin. It's right there. My nose area, right underneath my eye, forehead, really making sure to get that. I have like a mirror behind and as well right here, which I will be consulting. So one thing with color correctors is I'm always afraid to use them. I have discoloration. It's not like I don't have some hyperpigmentation and discoloration underneath my eye here, but I've always been told to lean more on orange. And I noticed that it doesn't really work for me. And so when MAC sent over the whole full set, I saw this color. It's ochre. It looks a little orangey yellow. So this one right here is ochre. And Judy Lim was saying how, this color should be used more. And I'm like, to me, it looks red, but it's not really red. It's almost like a purpley color. So I'm gonna add it like right here where I tend to see like that redness. So right there. And I'm going to add some right here as well. And then this hyperpigmentation, I'm gonna use it. I like to include it as part of my makeup look. I find that it is just a lot easier to work with what you got than to work against it. Okay, and then I'm going to use a powder puff I'm gonna use a powder puff. These guys you can get at Amazon. I have the link there. It's super affordable. I'm going to just set it down, pat it in a bit. And this is supposed to neutralize that discoloration to give me a more even look. We'll see if this works out because I tend to have like a more, like you can see, I have a quite, I want to say neutral leaning on the warm side. I hope this works out because this could look a little crazy. But hey, that's what we're doing. We're working it out. We're experimenting. Okay, next I'm going to go in with my foundation. And today I'm going to be using the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, which I normally wouldn't do, especially during the summertime because it is hot, but it rained, the humidity broke, so I'm just gonna go in and use a little bit of that. I find this to be super messy, and I'm using shade Huahine. Okay, I'm gonna use 2 pumps. I'm gonna use my foundation brush here. Hopefully this helps neutralize and cancel out. I'm gonna need a little bit more than that, but anyways, y'all let me know. I really do love how lightweight this is. I just find her to be a little, I think I may have gone a little too orange on here, which it's all right because I'm gonna add a little bit of purple to see if I can make it like a little better. So it's not looking too crazy. I think that looks a lot better, to be honest, just to like neutralize the warmth of the yellow. Just gonna, I think I added a little too much. Nope, it's doing exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, I think that is way better than what I was dealing with earlier, I think. I don't know, I never know. Okay, so now let's do the other side. This is one cheek, another 2 pump. I do notice that she is quite, like, I kind of need a whole lot, I think. But aside from that, it's a very good foundation match. It does run on the warm side. Y'all can let me know if you have any ideas, like what, like it does, to me, it looks warm between the neck, but it's not too crazy. No, we're good. We are good. Just really want to make sure to get that foundation on the face. Most of my foundations run warm anyway, so half the time I'm not even sure if it's like we're good, or if it's just way too warm. And I'm always afraid, and I'm afraid to touch it with a color corrector because I'm like, I don't want to mess up something that is actually working, like, and working well, right? Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with my under eye brightener. This is actually a color corrector. This is shade Peach, and that's really just to take care of these bags here. I noticed a little bit of that poking through, and I don't want to necessarily see it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cover that. Like, I've struggled with this my whole life. Those are genetics. I've had them since I was a child. I literally would have to get surgery to get rid of these bags. And so since that's not an option, I'm just gonna go in with, I want to erase them. So I'm gonna use a color corrector because the foundation isn't doing it, not doing it for me. And just to get rid of that and help to brighten the under eye. And I'm patting it here, really concentrating on where I want the corrector to focus. Okay, I think that's okay. I think might need a little more, it seems. The only thing with doing these under eye is I always find them to be a little patchy. I haven't figured out yet the technique to keep them where I want it, if that makes sense. Just picks up a little more than I would like. So I'm gonna go in with my MAC Studio Fix. This is shade NC44. We're almost done. And I'm gonna go over, because we really don't need a whole lot. I just wanted to bring that out on the nose and right here where that dip seems to be happening. We want to get rid of all possible smile lines or dips, unnecessary dips. Okay, so let's go ahead and pat her in again with the triangular puff. This is such a lifesaver and really easy to clean. Just be gentle with them. I like to just move it all around if there's any extra. And while this is happening, I'm gonna go in with this is my Nude Stick blush tint. Nude Sticks doesn't get, like, in my opinion, enough credit. I really love this. I'm gonna use this under my eye as well, creating that Painted by Esther vibe. So this is pink. This is Sunset Rose. That's what I just added underneath my eye there. Since I'm done with my concealer, I'm just gonna add her here. And the beautiful thing with these blush tints is you can literally build the formula, and it has SPF in it, so it's skin friendly. I'm huge on skin friendly makeup. I'm gonna add a little bit more, really build up the intensity here. You get to control how much you want, which is always a vibe, right underneath the eye. This ensures that I get the blush exactly where I want it. And then I'm gonna go in with another blush tint. This is Sun Kissed. And then I'm gonna put all over the cheekbone here. Nice little blush look of it we're having here. I'm gonna use my blush brush to this is from the Real Technique. We're just gonna twirl her around, give us a nice flush of color. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in and with my Huda Beauty there, I'm gonna actually mix two. I'm gonna take Tarte. This is Honey, the creaseless, and Huda Beauty. We're going to mix them together. This provides a nice brightening effect, but I just wish it wasn't so powdery. I get to control the brightening effect. I want more of a skin, I guess, like, not that it wouldn't be a skin-like effect, but I don't know. I just really like more of a peach, and these two together tend to give that to me. And so, okay, and then, yes, just putting it all the way here. I'm gonna put that down there for now. I don't like to necessarily wait and bake. I'm one of those, like, once it's on, it's off. I just need you to do your job. I need you to set, and that's about it. So there you go, it is set. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on to my blush. For blush, I'm just gonna use a NYX Buttermelt. I love this. Had it for a while, it never runs out. This is Butter Biscuit, and that's the shade I am using, and I'm gonna put that all over my face here. So let's start on the nose. Smells so good, my gosh. Extremely pigmented. And right here, right along the cheekbone. And then before we move on and deal with the rest of the face, I am going to be using a setting powder. This one is from Charlotte Tilbury. And we're just gonna go ahead and set and wipe. Saw an influencer say, like, regular clean glow aesthetic or Toasty Glam, and like it'll be a Toasty Glam every day. I totally get it. Toasty Glam is a vibe. All right, so we're gonna take a break from everything else, and I'm gonna move on to my eyes. I'm gonna do my Brows for me is very easy, very simple. I don't like to do too much. I'm starting with the Merit Brow Pomade. It's a 2-product thing, and I like to just follow my brows. So we're filling her in. I just really love how easy this product is to use. There you go. And then I'm gonna add some more brows right here with the tip here. Like super simple, very easy. My brows are not gonna look laminated, but they are gonna look like my brows. I'm gonna be so sad when I run out of this. And the whole idea is just for a regular looking brow. I've used brow products that feel like rocket science. And I'm like, listen, I have a degree in biochemistry. I've done labs that are a lot simpler than this. The instructions manual do not make sense to me. And then with the L'Oreal Brow Lamination, I'm gonna go in, and this is a brow pomade. It's a brow gel just to set everything down. I don't need my brows waving hello. Just set it down. And that's it. Super simple, you know? That's what I need. Simple, absolutely simple makeup. So now I'm gonna go in and move on with the blush. Reason I like to do it this way is because it's a lot easier for me to handle. I'm gonna let's use 2 things today. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Desert Rose, which I think is an absolutely beautiful color. Excuse me. I'm gonna use my MAC 129S, and let's go ahead right at the top, like right on top of my cheekbone, underneath the eye, almost, yeah. We all really want it to kind of connect and meet. I just really like how pink and soft this is. And I'm gonna go a bit on the top here. I think it's a very beautiful color. One thing I've noticed with these blushes is that you kind of have to press it in if you really want pigment, and then fluff it out if you just want it to show up as it shows up. And then I'm gonna go in with Thinks It's MAC, which I'm in love with. Love this color like a lot. And I'm gonna press it right on the apple of my cheek. Like literally the apple. I'm going along the cheekbone and really playing that into my eyelid, because that's gonna be my eyeshadow. And I'm really playing on Thinks It's MAC as my main color. So we're kind of doing a monochromatic blush look. Like that's the star on my nose. The excess is on my nose. A little bit here, a bit on the top. Just, I'm not adding any more products. This is just whatever's left over. I love the sheerness of it. And so this looks really pretty. I really like the way this looks. One thing I have to work with and learn to work with is transitioning my colors. Like I find it's still a little rough around the edges. But that's it, just 2 colors today for my blush combo. Nothing crazy. I know I tend to do a little overboard from time to time. So let's set everything with the MAC Studio Fix. I'm gonna set her down. And while I set everything down, I'm going to clean up my area. Always looks like this. I'm done doing makeup. All right, and while that is drying, I'm gonna take the L'Oreal Extensions Mascara. I really love the way this looks on my eyes. It has a soft, bendy, really short bristles, which I appreciate for easy grabbing of the lashes. Now, if you struggle with short lashes and lash hairs, I'm gonna show you a tip here. All right, so for those of you who are struggling with your lash hairs, or you just don't know how to apply mascara to get the fullness of what you're being told you should have. Like for example, you want them long lashes, root to tip, okay? Make sure you start way at the baseline, wiggle all the way to the top. Root to tip always. I'm one of those, I do not like to wear falsies. I mean, the cheat code is definitely to wear the falsies and, you know, apply it. But what you're doing essentially when you wiggle at the baseline is you're giving yourself more volume. You're giving the illusion of volume at the baseline, and it provides a nice like false eyeliner. And don't be afraid to go over with the coats. And bottom lashes, I just like to touch. If you have long lashes like me, just touch it. Otherwise, it may end up looking like spider legs. And that's pretty much it for the eye look. Nothing crazy. All right, so consider this as your sign to use a purple lip liner when you're doing any form of nude or pink tone lip combos. I'm gonna be using Plum as my liner, and Plum is like a dark purple color, almost like a dark purple brown, I would say. Now, I'm a huge fan of overlining, but you don't have to overline if you don't want to. Okay, so that's the purple lippy, and since we've been using things to smack on our eyelid and on our cheeks, we're gonna use it again for our lips. And I'm really going in with this one. I absolutely love the high shine, high gloss that it's giving. It's like the perfect glossy nude for me. All right, so thank you very much for watching. That's the look. That is the whole look. I just love the way this all turned out. And if I really want, you know what? One thing I could do is add, so I'm going to add beige flag right on the waterline, the inner, like the waterline. So I gotta be careful because I don't want to poke my eye out. Normally I would do this before the mascara. Yeah, it makes such a difference. It brightens up the eye, kind of wakes it up and adds a nice, I don't know what to call it, je ne sais quoi. It just brightens the eye. And there you have it. If you have small eyes, consider that a tip, that if you want to brighten your eyes, you can go ahead and add beige flag or a beige under eye. I find that the white is a little too harsh, but the beige just ties everything together. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think, and listen, criticism, critique, constructive criticisms or critiques are welcomed. I'll see you guys next video. Ciao for now.